What's going on, y'all? It's David J here with another movie review. But today I'm doing a list, and it's my first list. Doing my top 10 films of the 90s. I think there's just my personal preference. Not saying they're the best films of all time or best films of the 90s. They're my personal preference. Quick honorable mention, Terminator 2, best action film of all time. Had to throw that in there, but I just watched these other 10 movies a little bit more. At number 10, I got Desperado, starring Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek. Steve Buscemi is also in this. Quentin Tarantino has a small role in this. Danny Trejo. Man, Robert Rodriguez, one of my favorite directors today. This was the first movie I saw from him. It was actually a sequel to his film El Mariachi. Just a down and dirty, gritty action movie that I watch at least once every couple of years. Now, I didn't really love the sequel. We're not really going to get into that, but damn, is Desperado fucking awesome. Action scenes in this are just raw. That bar scene when he is in that shootout in the bar is legendary. And I can't sing the praises of Desperado enough. And number 9, I got Saving Private Ryan. Now, technically, out of this list, to me, this is the best movie or the most well-made movie out of all of them. My list is just personal preference. I'm not saying one movie is necessarily better than the other. It's just what I like more. But technically, if I was going just off like greatest, I would put this at number 1. But nonetheless, it's at my number 9. Only because I don't necessarily want to turn this on all the time. It's a hard watch. It's pretty long and yeah, it puts you in a mood. But Steven Spielberg, man, what a fucking phenomenal movie this is. It is the best war movie ever made, hands down. Everyone is so good in this. Tom Hanks, I mean, it's a who's who. Matt Damon, you got Vin Diesel's like debut in here. Tom Sizemore, rest in peace. Just, damn, what a great movie. I mean, that opening sequence is next level. I mean, you can't get better than that. The final sequence is next level. Everything about it, there's nothing bad about this film. Nothing. Like, literally nothing. It's acted perfectly. It's shot perfectly. The action is amazing. Everything is amazing. I love Saving Private Ryan. And, I mean, honestly, if you don't like Saving Private Ryan, you just don't like war films. And number 8, I got Event Horizon. Now, Event Horizon is my favorite sci-fi horror film of all time. Lawrence Fishburne is here. Sam Neill, rest in peace, Sam Neill. This movie is just everything I would want in a sci-fi horror film. And it really what makes this different is the psychological mixed with like the violence and gore blended well. Now, I really, really, really wish the MPAA hadn't just fucked with this film immensely, because the whole scene where the crew goes to hell, essentially, was cut down so much. And they lost the print of it to ever restore it for like an uncut version. And that's honestly one of my top travesties in film is that we'll never see Event Horizon the way we should have seen it. But what we got still is just fucking awesome. If you haven't seen Event Horizon, please go out and watch it, especially because Sam Neill, who turns villain at, towards the end of this, he's awesome in it. It is just a perfect sci-fi horror film. Just from front to back, I would change nothing about this movie. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. And like I said, in my opinion, the best sci-fi horror film, which I know would rub some people the wrong way with Alien being out there or Aliens being out there, which I do love those films, but this one spoke way more to me. At number 7, I have In the Mouth of Madness. This is a double up with Sam Neill. Once again, rest in peace. So In the Mouth of Madness is one of John Carpenter's best films, in my opinion. I adore this movie. Amazing psychological thriller horror film. Sam Neill plays an investigator, private investigator, looking for Sutter Kane, who's basically a playoff Stephen King. Big-time author. Goes missing after, in the company needs his last book of a whole, series. Which they go try and find him. They find this town. And all hell basically breaks loose. This is one of the most unique films I've ever seen. And something about me is I really like unique. I like something that I haven't seen before, or something done just extremely differently. I don't like paint-by-numbers films in any way. It's basically a psychological thriller for the first half and a straight horror film for the second half. I really cannot sing the praises of In the Mouth of Madness more, and it's one of John Carpenter's best last films that he did. But I'm going to segue right into number 6, with another John Carpenter film, and to me, his last greatest film that he made, and that's John Carpenter's Vampires. Now, I fucking love this movie. Matter of fact, I just saw it about 2 nights ago for the millionth time while I was scrolling Tubi, and I was like, I'm just gonna watch it, you know? I just constantly watch this film. James Woods' best movie, without a shadow of a doubt. It is his best performance, bar none. Now, is this cheesy B-movie shit? Absolutely. I don't give a fuck. I love this movie. I think this was the back-to-back within the Mouth of Madness, and he followed it up with Vampires, and he just 1-2 punched a couple of his last films when he was kind of on a skid. John Carpenter just did something different with this movie, kind of giving this Western vibe. Thomas Ian Griffith as Valak. What can I say, man? He's one of the best vampires ever put to film. Super underrated. Super underrated. It's got all the violence and gore you could ever want. All the one-liners from James Woods you could ever want. Just awesome. You got Daniel Baldwin in here, who was just a scene stealer too. Just, I could quote James Woods all day, but he's just awesome. I fucking love this movie. It's one of my favorite vampire movies of all time, and one of John Carpenter's best. It's in my top 3 of his films. So yeah, if you haven't seen John Carpenter's Vampires, hey, it's on Tubi right now for free. Go check it out. Number 5, I got David Fincher's Fight Club. You know it had to be on this list somewhere. What can I say about this movie? It's fucking awesome. You know, the visuals in this, the story's so unique. It's dark, dirty, gritty, something you probably wouldn't see nowadays. Edward Norton is phenomenal in this. Brad Pitt is phenomenal in this. This is one of those movies that when you see it, you just know you saw something special. You know, I'm not going to get into the plot. And if you notice, I don't really try to get... I sometimes get into the plot of some films, sometimes I don't. This is when I feel like I don't really have to. And I don't even want to. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil anything. You know, this is just one of those benchmark films of the 90s that, to me, has to be on every single 90s list ever made. So yeah, David Fincher's Fight Club, top 10 forever. At number 4, I got Robert Rodriguez's From Dusk Till Dawn. Now, I adore this film. Now, you got a lot of talk recently because of Sinners, people saying, oh, From Dusk Till Dawn is like Sinners, and I get it from the standpoint of the crime film turning into a horror film, but no. From Dusk Till Dawn and Sinners are 2 completely different films, in my opinion. I like Sinners. I thought it was good. I'm not super championing it. I don't think it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen, but I did enjoy it. From Dusk Till Dawn, one of the best genre switch movies I've ever seen. You got Quentin Tarantino in here just chewing up scenery. You got George Clooney's best film, in my opinion. And they're the Gecko brothers. If you don't know the story, the Gecko brothers, the criminals. Quentin Tarantino's character breaks George Clooney out of prison, and they're trying to get to Mexico to escape the feds. In the midst of this, they kidnap Harvey Keitel, Juliette Lewis, and some kid. Don't know who the guy is to this day. But they kidnap them, get RV, and they're going to Mexico, across the border, to meet up with a drug dealer at a strip club called the Titty Twister. Now, and the drug dealer in the meeting is Cheech Marin, who has multiple roles in this film, which is hilarious. He plays 3 different roles in this movie, just to give you an idea of how grindhouse this movie actually is. But, man, the transition from the crime film, which the first half is awesome. Like, if it just stayed the crime thriller, I would have loved this movie, because it was great. But I love crazy horror films, too. And then this movie just transforms into an insane vampire gore fest. B-movie schlock to the core. But my God, the cameos in this film, the gore and violence in this film, the wildness of this film has never been duplicated since, in my opinion. The sequels all suck. Not worth your time. But From Dusk Till Dawn is absolutely worth your time. It is one of my favorite films ever, not just the 90s. I watch it yearly. And it was a shame that we never got, like, maybe a proper sequel with George Clooney's character getting away. But hey, you know, you can't have everything in life. At number 3, I just did a review on this film recently. It is The Crow. Man, The Crow. Favorite comic book film of all time. Rest in peace, Brandon Lee. It is something you would never see today with a comic book film. Dark, gritty, mean-spirited. Best soundtrack of the 90s, damn near. just a fucking marvel of film, you know? I love everything about this movie. For the longest, at one point in my life, this was my number one film of all time, without a doubt. I just cannot sing this movie's praises enough. The villains are all amazing. The neo-noir graphic novelish look to the film is amazing. And you just can't get better than The Crow, man. If you like revenge movies, superhero movies, anything, just down and dirty action movies, this is for you 1,000,000%. At number 2, I have Seven. Seven. The best psychological thriller, maybe you call it. Serial killer movie. Horror movie. I don't give a fuck what you classify it as. This movie is perfection in every sense of the word. I tell everybody about this movie. Like, the young people that I meet, if they haven't seen Seven, I'm like, see Seven. Like, it's that good. David Fincher, it's his best film. Brad Pitt, it's his best film. Morgan Freeman, it's his best film. Kevin Spacey, it's his best film. This movie is amazing. The writing. Andrew Kevin Walker, who wrote this, who also wrote 8mm, which I love, which damn near made my list in honorable mentions. Honestly, it definitely should have made honorable mentions. 8mm. Quick side note, 8mm, honorable mentions. Nicolas Cage, one of my favorite films of him. Love that movie. Go see it. But anyways, back to Seven. It's the best serial killer ever made. Movie ever made. It is, literally, like I said, perfection. You go through the 7 deadly sins. It is gruesome. It is dark. And the end, come on, man. What's in the box? You've heard it. And if you didn't know what that's from Seven. One hell of a twist ending. And just one hell of a film. It is literally perfection on film. And at number 1, you probably tell by the t-shirt. Yeah, Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. I really don't have much to say other than this is his magnum opus. My favorite Quentin Tarantino film. It is an encapsulation of the 90s. Ving Rhames, John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Harvey Keitel, Bruce Willis. It is just perfection on film. I really just can't talk about this too much other than just to say it is my favorite 90s film of all time. And honestly, my favorite film of all time. It is the best dialogue-driven movie ever made. And it is, in my opinion, the best movie ever made. Thank y'all so much for watching. More lists coming soon. Please check out my other reviews. Hit the like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. Y'all have a blessed day.